Hey, friends, welcome to Dr. Ajay Vibes. Today we are looking at another homeopathic medicine, most commonly used almost on daily basis in practice. Uh, it is called Rhustox. Rhustox, some call it Rhustox or Rhustox. It comes from a family called Anacardiaceae. It is a plant, it comes from plant kingdom, Anacardiaceae. Commonly known as poison oak in some nations, it is called, right? So Rhustox is, in my clinical practice, usage, personal usage for my family, Rhustox tops one of, I don't know, top 3, 4, 5, 10 medicines we use all the time, right? From acute ailments to chronicity, chronic ailments, right? Some of the most acute, we will have a quick look at some of the symptomatology when Rhustox is indicated. We look at all those physical generals, mental generals, local characteristics. You remember if you watched my earlier videos and homeopathy intro videos, I'm sure you remember the importance of mental generals, physical generals, characteristics in local areas, peculiar characteristics, right? Uncommon symptoms, they are called. So we will have a quick look at, have a glance at some of the symptomatology of Rhustox when it is proven on healthy human beings. We will go into another video uh, talking more about homeopathic provings, but we touched base a little bit already, right? So this is what your homeopathy is looking for. If he needs to prescribe Rhustox to you, this is what you have to relate with your homeopathic physician, so that if Rhustox is needed, they will dispense you some of it or give you a script, a prescription to buy some of Rhustox. Okay? Rheumatism. Most common thing you see in Rhustox is rheumatism. I'm sure you know rheumatism, right? All the pains in the joints and bones, achy pains, right? Rheumatism, right? Friends, again, I am doing these videos not for medical community, but for everyday people, family and friends, and our extended family and YouTube we are attracting here. So I am trying to avoid as much medical terminology as possible, but sometimes it is, you can't help, you have to use those some terms. So I encourage you to look them up, right? With this day and age with smartphone, you can look it up, some of the terminology, okay? And rheumatism. So from getting wet after overheated, for example, it's a hot summer day, right? But suddenly in the afternoon, evening, there is a drench of rain. You are getting wet in the rain on a summer day, on a hot day. Rhustox comes into play and gives such. I have used it so many times with this particular example, Rhustox. It never fails, right? Whatever could be the problem, acute rheumatism or fevers or coughs, right? You are getting wet after overheated on a summer day and you are suddenly getting drenched in the rain, getting wet. You develop acute symptomatology of fevers or coughs or even rheumatic nature. Rhustox will do wonderful job. Again, friends, this information is only for awareness and educational purposes, not to self-experiment with any of even safer homeopathic medicines, right? But if you are aware of this information, first of all, you know the scope of homeopathy. What is possible in homeopathy, right? A lot of my friends, they need this understanding. What is possible in homeopathy, right? If you know that, then you can advise you yourself, your family members, your friends, neighbors, acquaintances, whoever. When you see, I think, hey, this is something easily can be tackled by homeopathy, right? So use first all natural is my philosophy, because it's safe, no side effects, It's very easy to manage. Why not manage naturally first, right? If it is not helping, sometimes it won't help, I'm sure. Then there is conventional medicine. Because of some of unfortunate side effects and that, we want to put it for later, advanced stages. But even then, with your doctor's permission understanding, you can complementary, so that you can take advantage of in a way both all the systems of medical sciences, whatever available for humanity. I mean, we need to take advantage of them. If they help you, you are supposed to know that, right? So another important thing in the Rhustox is sprains, simple sprains. It could be ankle sprain, any sprain. There is straining. You are straining your muscles, your tendons, right? You have all these muscles, your arms, upper arms, lower arms, your back, right? All the muscles, they are strained and sprained. You are overexerting on muscles and it causes some problem, right? They do cause problems, right? So time to time, Rhustox is invaluable in those instances, right? So straining, spraining of muscles, tendons, overlifting, stretching high up. If you are stretching a bag high up, right? You are traveling, stretching, suddenly, your shoulder. Arnica, Rhustox, just a few pills. Of course, arnica helps as well, right? That's why it came first to my mouth. Arnica, particularly external application. We will go into arnica soon. We will discuss. But Rhustox will do magic. So if you are lying down on a damp ground in a warm day, summer day, you are nicely lying down on a damp ground. Suddenly you are developing some problems with your muscles, your tendons, your joints and ligaments, right? You know all those structures, right? That's a common terminology, right? Developing, or you went into a lake, a summer lake, right? A river is a spring going not far away from you. You jump into river on a hot summer day because it's nice to get into the river, get some bathing, right? Swimming. But you come out and you are developing some muscular problems, respiratory problems, skin problems. We will cover symptomatology, some of that. Rhustox with that etiology, that causation, will do a wonderful job. So it covers muscles, tendons, fibrous tissue, joint capsules, joints. We have all joints, right? Joints. So when it coming to overstretching, spraining, right? Developing pains, acute pains, seasonal pains. Rhustox is everyday medicine. We use it so often, right? So you feel as if tendons torn apart from bones, apart from attachments. The tendon go and join a joint, a bone, right? It is as if torn apart. You feel that severe pain from simple sprain or lifting up, overexertion. Now these are the times Rhustox comes into play. So you can see the scope of homeopathy, right? This whole information idea is to let you understand what is possible in simple homeopathic remedies, homeopathic medicines, in acute conditions, everyday, day-to-day problems. This is a handyman tool, Rhustox, right? We are a handyman, you are doing this, that, stretching out, right? Suddenly got some exposure to drizzle outside. You are developing some aches, pains and coughs and little bit of fevers. Rhustox is one of the best in homeopathy. This is right. So this is the most important characteristic we notice in Rhustox, and it works without fail. It never failed me when based on this particular characteristic symptomatology, that is stiffness, pain on first moving after rest. You are resting like this, the way I am sitting, you are sitting like this. Then suddenly get up and start walking, you have pain. Whichever joint it may be, maybe in the bones. But after a while you are walking, there is no pain. So it is called first move pain. Only on the first move, initial stages. You can see that in arthritis, osteoarthritis, various joint pains, rheumatic pains, you will see this symptom. When that symptom is there, characteristic, again, homeopathy is based on totality, right? Mind, emotions, characteristics, locations, whole thing we discussed many times. But with simple this characteristic, a dose of Rhustox won't do any harm. It helps actually, right? So getting up in the morning, that's the best example, right? In the morning you are waking up, getting out of bed, you suddenly feel bit soreness, pain in the joints, but as you progress in the day, you are all fine. But first thing in the morning, right? Just a dose or a couple of doses, Rhustox 30 will relieve so much. But again, this is only for educational and awareness purposes only. So the more you walk, continuously you are walking, you are in motion, you don't have any problem. But only when you first get up, first start to walk, first start to exert, physical exertion, you are feeling pains, aches and rheumatic symptoms. Rhustox is a wonderful medicine, never failed. Again, we discussed in Aconite, Arsenicum album, couple of medicines we discussed. This feature is exactly same, great restlessness. You have to always keep on moving because you are restless, right? In arsenic, mostly it is mind, restlessness in mind, but physically you are so weak. We discussed it last time, remember? But here, it's not that much exhaustion like arsenic, but it's most of a physical restlessness, great restlessness, anxiety, apprehension, same like aconite and arsenic we discussed. Cannot remain in a bed, must change position often to obtain relief from pain. So you have to keep on moving, right? To get relief from pain. Restlessness is a marked symptom again in Rhustox, a characteristic, a physical journal you can call it, right? So pain between shoulder, pain in the back, small of back, pain from swallowing, you are swallowing your tonsils area, joints, neck joints, right? You are developing pain sitting or lying, even sitting, lying down, pain. Rhustox is pain everywhere. Okay, my friends, but constant motion, a long motion, walking around or lying on something very hard surface, you are lying on stone pavement or wooden floor or something like that, and it is fine, you are getting relief. Rhustox plays a great role in healing. So another thing what you see in Rhustox is great sensitiveness to open air, a slight draft of air, you are so sensitive, right? Even putting your hand out from the bed cover, night you are sleeping, you are just like me, I put my feet out often, right? I like it. So but if you put even your hands out of bed cover, it brings on what? Cough or cold or anything. Could be rheumatic pains. If you already have rheumatism, the pains are coming with slight putting your hand out, right? There you go. Rhustox will help. Wonderful job it will do. So muscular rheumatism, aching pains, left arm, particularly this left arm, sciatica, pain, left side. In homeopathy, these are very characteristics. You have medicines for sides, left side, right side, below to up, up to below, downwards, based on these symptoms. So this is what you have to relate with your homeopath. They help. Not much in conventional medicine, depends sometimes which joint or structure involved, it's important. But in particularly in homeopathy, this is very important, moving from top to bottom or from bottom to top or left to right or right to left, pains moving, right? So this is left-sided, pains in left arm, left leg, sciatica. It starts from back of your lumbar vertebrae in the back, right? From there it goes down and goes down the whole feet, down to the feet, sciatica pain. You heard it or experienced it with any family member? Nowadays it's every person may develop in the episode of sciatica one time or another, right? So Rhustox is one of, I have used several times Rhustox for sciatica pains with wonderful results. Again, homeopathy is not based on diagnosis or just one symptom, but it is a whole person picture. Mind, emotions, physical generals, mind generals, local characteristics, etiology, causations. We discussed all that, right? So that's what a homeopath is looking for if he needs to prescribe Rhustox. Great apprehension, fear of death, same like in aconite, arsenic, we discussed it earlier, if you remember, right? It's a great apprehension is they are having a lot of fear of death. Even in Rhustox with acute problems, small problems, they are frightened to unproportionate level. Vertigo is giddiness, right? When standing up or walking, but worse when lying down. Vertigo usually, that makes sense if it's increasing, the giddiness is increasing if you are standing up, walking. But here in Rhustox, sometimes you are just lying down, but vertigo is improving. You have to get up and walk to get relief actually. Headaches, brain feels loose, the brain is very loose, it feels, you can almost shake it inside, right? When stepping, you are walking, stepping, right? Shaking the head, right? But if you are sitting, lying in cold, it increases, right? And these are some of the characteristics, right? To get some idea. But in the warmth or in motion, we discussed already, if Rhustox person is moving, all their pains are better. Only on the first move, pains increase. But later on, if you constantly moving, pains decrease, right? As well as in warmth, right? They are very sensitive to cold wind, right? Even you put your hand out, you are developing problems from bed sheet, right? But if it's a warm room, you are covered nice and warm and cozy, you are getting relief with pains, headaches and colds and everything, right? So one of the important characteristics with the Rhustox, dreams of great exertion. You are dreaming not in real life, but only in the dream. You are exerting a lot. You are doing heavy work. You are rowing, right? You are swimming. You are working hard at work. Not in real life, but in dreams, right? This is very important. Mind general in homeopathy. Mind generals are very important. Now you got some idea, right? After watching all these videos, mind generals are extremely important based on one mind symptom. If you select a medicine homeopathy, it will do great help. It need not complete the whole case, but it clears up some of your problems, right? Then you can select a following medicine. Your homeopath will do that, right? When you are relating with them. Corners of mouth ulcerated. Ulcers, you see, particularly some of the fevers, after fever, you see corners of mouth are ulcerating. At that stage, Rhustox does a wonderful job. Fever blisters, that's what they are, fever blisters, right? Tongue, there is very important characteristic in Rhustox. Tongue is dry, sore, red, cracked, triangular red tip. The tip in a triangular shape, very red. It is a very important characteristic in Rhustox. It will never fail. If you see that symptom, that's why homeopathy doctors look at your tongue and your eyes and a lot, particularly if you have fever conditions or colds, coughs, the time, acute season, the tongue gives the indication for Rhustox. Very important. So if you even notice, you let your homeopath know. It's very important. The tip of tongue in a triangular shape, it's very, very red. There you go. Your body is asking for a dose or a couple of doses of Rhustox. Okay, my friends? So tongue takes imprint of teeth. All over the tongue, you see the imprint of teeth along the tongue. A important characteristic, right? Great thirst. Same like in arsenic and bryonia. In bryonia, you need big quantities of water. We discussed it. Remember? In bryonia. In arsenic, you need water, but only a small sips. Right? Again, in Rhustox, there is thirst, great thirst, dry tongue and throat and mouth. Everything is very dry. You feel dryness excessively in Rhustox. Right? So you want to drink some water. So skin symptoms are very important in Rhustox. Right? Skin particularly of face, scalp, genital organs. Right? External genitalia, inflamed, edematous. You see the swelling, sort of edema, inflammation, right, of external genitals. But in general, skin is one of the important areas that Rhustox can help, particularly, as I said, face, facial skin, scalp, overhead, right? Could be just itch or dry inflammations, that sort of stuff. So you drenched in the rain, right? Earlier we discussed that. Drenched in the rain, you develop suddenly what? Dry, teasing cough, right? Dry, very dry. You don't have any expectation, but it has chill in the body, chilliness you are feeling, getting dry cough. You drenched in the rain, the first rains in the rainy season. Very first rains, they are nice, you feel nice, you're going to rain, right? We all do that. Suddenly you develop some cough. Rhustox 38 dose, 208 dose will help extremely well. Such a simple medicine for simple problem. Intermittent fevers, right? And intestines, it acts on intestines as well. Diarrhea, typhoid, great exhaustion, tearing pains, posterior part of limbs during stool. You are straining in the toilet. The posterior part of your legs means backside of your legs. They are tearing pains, painful. Rhustox will help. So one of the characteristics of Rhustox is action upon your spinal cord and nerves, causing paresis. Paresis means early stages of paralysis. You got some paralytic symptoms, it's very early stage. Paresis it is called, right? With numbness, tingling, because of effects upon your spinal cord. And friends, now these are some of the serious problems we are discussing here. So, okay, this is only for educational awareness purposes as usual. And you must take caution, consult a well-qualified physician, a homeopath for help. If someone is experiencing these symptoms, what I am discussing right now, all right? So these are some of the very important mind generals, physical generals, local characteristics. If you have to watch this video, watch again, develop some comprehension, some understanding what is the scope of Rhustox in homeopathy, how it can help with various acute as well as chronic conditions. Okay, there is no time to go into extensive aspect of this medicine. It's not possible on these videos, but what I am trying to do is give some awareness about what is possible with Rhustox, what is possible with homeopathy, what sort of instances and circumstances you can depend upon homeopathy. This is giving some idea, some education, some information, right? So finally, before we conclude, let's look at what aggravates and what ameliorates. Aggravate means it increases, ameliorate means it decreases. We discussed that, right? So before a storm, rainy storm, right? Cold, wet, rainy weather, night, midnight, getting wet, during rest, problems increase. There are rheumatic problems, respiratory problems, colds and coughs, pains and aches, fevers maybe slightly, right? Now these are the aggravating modalities, means this increases. You keep on watching homeopathy videos, you understand this terminology, very easy. Aggravation, we call it. Amelioration, what reduces problem for Rhustox person is warm room. We discussed that, right? Very nice, cozy, warm room, dry weather, right? Wrapping up, you have nicely wrapped up with your clothes or bedding, bed sheets or whatever. You feel nice and comfortable, warm room, hot things. You are having hot liquid, something, tea, coffee, you are feeling better, cold, congestion, cough, even bodily aches, rheumatic pains, you are getting relief. Rhustox, it is pointing towards, it's one of the, not just, this is not the only medicine, there are many, but this is one of the medicines, right? Motion, change of position, you have to keep on constantly move. First motion aggravates, remember? But if you are keep on walking continuously, it relieves, right? Motion, change of position, moving affected parts, whatever part is affected, your shoulder affected, your first move, it increases. First couple of moves, it increases. But if you are constantly moving, it is relieving your pains. There you go. Rhustox will do the wonderful job, my friends. I try to give you some taste of, some idea of Rhustox, a wonderful medicine in homeopathy for a lot of acute problems, seasonal problems. All somebody needs when it is indicated is just Rhustox. So safe, so natural. It gives fantastic relief. Okay, my friends, we are just starting this channel, right? I will innovate more ways to improvise these videos, homeopathic videos and inspirational videos from next week, actually from tomorrow, in the month of May, right? We are already in the month of May, right? So, but next from Monday, the schedule is changing. Mondays I am doing inspirational video, only Monday inspirational video, one video. Then Wednesday I am doing homeopathy, not in the weekends like Friday. I thought Friday, but sometimes it goes Saturday, even Sunday. Depends on what happens in life, things and travels and things like that, right? But this week, from this week onwards, Monday is inspirational video. I try to shoot it up actually Saturday, Sunday when I go out and I shoot up what I am doing, some inspiration I try to bring. I will upload it for Monday afternoon or evening, right? For Monday. Then Wednesday I do homeopathy video, right? This homeopathy video will be Wednesdays. I try to stick to days actually as much as possible, but sometimes exceptional. We have to move to another day or whatever, right? But Monday inspiration, Wednesday homeopathy, Friday we are doing live videos, live interaction. You and me can talk, chit chat, you can ask me whatever. But if you are asking homeopathy, I can only give general advice through these videos. I can't give specific advice, it's beyond scope, right? general advice, and what is possibility in homeopathy. If you are asking for some problem for you or your family member or anyone, right? What is the scope of homeopathy? What is possible? So general idea, right? That's all the possibility of these videos. So, but inspirational topics we can talk. You can ask me about life. How is it over here where I am living, and you can tell me where you are living. How is the life over there? We can interact. That's a joy. I used to do lives a lot before. I love lives. These are just recordings, right? Live we get to interact. So I'm bringing lives into my channel. Coming Friday, I still have to look up how to do actually, because this is my first live. I'm sure I will figure it out and do it successfully this Friday. So Monday is inspirational video, only one day inspirational video. Wednesday is homeopathy video. Friday is lives. It can include inspiration, homeopathy, whatever you want to talk. We will discuss again, but only generic only, not specific. We can't discuss specific treatments on these videos, right? You need a proper consultation with somebody locally, a homeopathic physician, right? But we are going into lives. I am excited for it. I am sure you are excited. I hope, and you can convey that to me when we connect on the lives. So friends, look out for lives this from coming Wednesday. Again, Monday inspirational video. I usually shoot up Saturday, Sunday. I go out here enjoying my life with family or whatever. So I'll try to capture some video clips and upload a video for Monday, inspirational video, general video about life and whatnot. Then Wednesday I do a homeopathy video every Wednesday. Then Friday we do a live, we connect. I am really excited. Let's see how it goes. Friends, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you know what to do. Please subscribe to this channel. Help support Dr. J Vibes channel. Let's develop this channel into one of the big channels, right? On the live videos we can discuss, we can talk, you can ask me, give me some ideas how we can develop this channel. Okay, my friends, have a beautiful rest of the weekend. Wherever you are located, if you are in North America, over there, you got a longer weekend. Our weekend is coming to end here in Down Under and in my part of world. Okay, friends, have a beautiful day. We'll catch up again real soon as per the new schedule in the coming week. Bye for now.